come here. Come here.
Y'all never get to see Sassy. This is Sassy. And Bella's going to get all jealous because I have Sassy up here. But when we all come, when everybody's here, Sassy comes up with us. Because we can't leave her at home. Right? Mm-hmm. See, I told you there's Bella.
She gets lost.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I was getting kisses. All right. Sorry. She's hardly ever here, so thought I would show y'all while she was here. Okay, so this is what we're working on today. This is the Beach Bound Flamingo. Oh, why I can't get it to show up. Let's see. There it is. All right. So, oh, I forgot to turn my sound down. I was like, why am I hearing myself? So we're going to use this really light pink that has the little edge. Look how pretty that is. And this sign has both green and turquoise on it. So this is the ribbon that ties all the magic together. Look at this ribbon. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this sign was pretty much developed to go with this ribbon. I love it, I love it. All right. So we've got a green frame. And what we're going to do is we're going to put poof of this, and then we're going to put ruffles with this, and then we're going to come back and put a few curls with the green, just to pull it back in. So, and did y'all get to see Mama's here? See, Mama's here! So she's been coming during the day some to help us roll ribbon. Okay. She looks like a sassy. She is, let me just tell ya. She is a sassy. She thinks she's in charge of everyone. That's why we call her Sassy. So both our dogs are rescue dogs, and we renamed Sassy. We did not rename Bella. Bella, we just left Bella. But Sassy, I know I am so obsessed with Rick Rack. Sassy, her name when she came to us was Fancy. We didn't really like that. So we changed it. And she keeps Bella in line. Boy, if Bella starts barking or something, she runs up and kind of gets her. So we call her Sassy. Thank you for stars. You're so sweet. Okay, let's see. We have the straggler. So let's see where it goes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Goes up top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so if you have the straggler, see how it's kind of halfway in between the bottom and the top? Clip it off. Move it up. Because this happens sometimes. And then just zip tie it down. So I usually use a pretty small zip tie. It just keeps it in place. Peggy Poole says, hi Mama, and she loves you.
Oh, hi Peggy.
All right. When Johnny was here, she told my mom that she was a celebrity, and my mom doesn't believe it. And I said, well, they say I'm a celebrity, and I don't believe it. She disagreed with me, so I disagree with her. I don't feel different, though. I just feel like me. Okay. So we got our mesh here. Isn't it pretty? I know, I love it. It has the foil mesh in the middle. So it's like a check pattern. And it's going to look really pretty. So we're just going to scrunch it up at the bottom. We're going to take our zip tie, put it right before the tie. Yep, everything's in the shop. We might not have this green frame, but we have other frames. So, and I ordered some more today. As soon as I find some, I order them. I scarf them up. Okay, so like we've been doing, we're just going to take this and we're going to go across. We're going to skip this one, go to this one. So you go over 2 ties and you come back. I want to show you how I figured this out. I was doing a video where I was showing how you can measure with the 10-inch thing, and I did this and then I realized, oh my gosh, that's the same thing. So that's why I started doing it. Isn't that funny? I was like, wait a minute, I can use that. Okay, so over to the second one and then back to the first one. You can also use your mat, and you can use, if you have the perfect tail, you can use the 10-inch perfect tail or the 8-inch. Peggy says, Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, Happy Mother's Day to y'all. Which you'll hear from me on Sunday again, but Sunday I think we're going to do the sunflower swag. Yeah. Okay. So over and back. There we go. Make sure you keep those rough edges tucked under. Well, hello from Australia. Okay, just like this. All right. Over and back. Well, we love you too. This mesh is 10 inches. All of the mesh we're using today is 10 inches. I'm going to measure this one, y'all. This tie is over an odd amount. So, what's she doing?
I don't know. I hope she's not chewing on the ribbon.
She's chewing on her feet.
Okay.
But I can move it. Okay, so we got back to where we started. So I'll just tie this one down. So I always start with the zip tie, and I skip tying that first one. I just do that because it's cleaner.
But she likes to lay in the ribbon.
And chew on it.
And chew on it.
We have to keep Sassy away from the ribbon because she wants to chew on it. All right, so now we're going to go up top. So we're going to pull these open. This just saves you time as you're going along, because it's really kind of not very much fun to try to open and put something down at the same time. You placed 2 orders today. Goodness. Okay. Well, we appreciate that. Okay, so I just pull it right up top, and then I'm going to use a zip tie. Now, if you don't use a zip tie on the bottom, totally fine. I do suggest you use this one, because it can, that little lump, if you don't, looks kind of odd. Well, I'm glad you were able to join my live today too. Okay. So we're going to do the exact same thing on the top. We tuck the edges under and we go over. So don't forget, this is Designing Gals Thursday. So make sure you go check out Crazy Maisie Creations and Door Designs. Melissa's not feeling very well today, so, but make sure you still check out her page, Burlap Boutique. And y'all don't forget, we have a YouTube channel, and we're going to be moving our videos, some of our videos over there. You know how hard it is to find things on Facebook sometimes. Okay, so 2 over, back. Oh my gosh, this mesh is so pretty. I almost want to just make her eat with this mesh and not put anything on it. Look how pretty that is.
That is beautiful.
That's some seriously pretty mesh. This would be a good one to do one of those one mesh methods. Isn't that pretty? So we are going to put stuff on top of it, but we're going to make little curls and add it back in because it's so pretty. We don't want to lose how pretty it is. Because wow. Okay, so this is our last one, so that's where we put that little tie. Okay. So we place it down, spread it out. And then I'm just going to trim this off about an inch or so. Well, maybe a little bit more than an inch. Just going to check on Pawpaw.
Yeah.
So I'm going to flip it around the back and I'm going to tie it down. So this is just to keep it nice and neat. Right? Aren't we? We're mesh obsessed and ribbon obsessed. How can we not be? Okay. Look how pretty that is. It's almost a shame to cover it. But we're going to combat that by putting some on top. So what we'll do, I think we'll do the bundle today. Let's do the bundle today. I'm going to cut this at 8 inches. Hi, Holly.
Hey, do you want more ribbon?
Hi, Holly.
Do you want me to bring you more ribbon? Do you think you want to take a break after that?
I don't know what time I'm going.
Not till after this.
How long are you on your live for?
An hour. Or less.
Sue's looking at me like, I'm just not sure, Holly.
You could bring it. There's a lot. If I don't get through today, then I
Bring it, and if she doesn't get to it, we'll put it back in the other room. Right?
Right.
And we're going to hide it from Sassy. Sassy's not usually here, though. Okay. So the reason I'm doing 8 inches is because I want to be able to get as many of these out as I can. So when I do 8 inches, I'm able to get quite a few. I can kind of finish out the roll with a little 8 inch, because we're just going to use these as curls. All right. Now what we're going to do is take our pink mesh. Green and pink are so pretty together. Okay. So we're just going to take it and we're just going to go straight up. Let me move this over a little. Straight up the center and make a ruffle. Now remember, you can do a messy ruffle. You don't have to do the ruffle on the table. And then I'm going to take one of my curls. Just make sure it's curled. And I'm going to put these on together. So that's what I mean. I'm going to bundle them together and put them on. We could even go ahead and put on our ribbon. So these ties are the thicker ties. Okay? And with the thicker ties, you don't really have a ton of space to go in and out. It's not a kit, but everything here is in my shop. Okay, so we can take our ribbon. So we've got, look at the flamingo with the rickrack. I love it. Okay, we'll just fold it over. Remember, on the bottom, we like to go towards the front, like this. So kind of almost bend it in half. Okay. Then we'll put it on and just tuck that back. Then what I'll do is I'll pull the curl up so we can see it. So see, that way we don't lose sight of that really pretty mesh. We're going to pull it up top so we can see it. Then we'll go to the next one. So I like to do them this way because for me doing them this way is faster. If you need to do the messy ruffle, do it. It's just this is faster for me. Okay, our other two ribbons is we have a pink and white and then a really pretty turquoise. This is a linen. It's really cool. I really like this ribbon. So then we fold it and we pull it in the front like this. Pull it up as one piece, so this is a bundle. And then we just place it down. And where we have it gathered in the middle is where we're going to tie it down. And we tuck it back. Okay, then we're going to spread out our ruffle. Fold our ribbons over, get our mesh out. Just like that. See how it brings it back to the front? So if you ever have a mesh you really like, you can just pull it right back out. You could also do double ruffle, like do one on top of the other, or you could do one next to each other. She's making you a lot more ribbon to cut, I can hear it. To roll, I mean. Ooh. This is going to be pretty. I can tell already. Okay. I'll send a picture to Miss Rose and she'll say, can I come by tomorrow? So Miss Rose came promptly today and got her purple wreath. And she got the beach wreath. And she got the ivy wreath. Yes, ma'am. This deco mesh is in my store. It sure is. And it's so pretty, isn't it? Both are in the store. Okay. All the links are in the description. And my lovely ladies, Owl and Z, have them. And they will give them out while we're live. Oh, don't forget, we opened the masterclass. And it does cost $14.97, but it's mostly because I have some additional people with me this time, and you get my Etsy ebook for free. Which my Etsy ebook is $19, so it actually pays for the class. There we go. And we're gonna have some fun. Here we go. We'll be doing it next week. It'll be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So 5 days. I will be gone a couple of the days, but I have something already recorded. And we have someone every day. We have someone every day, and it is in the evening, except Saturday we'll have a couple during the day. The bow dabra isn't in my shop, but you can also use, so I have the bow dabra here, but you can do the exact same thing with the Easy Bow Maker. I just have a habit of pulling that out, but you can do the exact same thing with your, don't buy an additional thing to do this, okay? You can do it with your bow maker. Save yourself the money. You don't need to have multiple tools. I just am using it because I have it. Yeah. So, Owl has the link if you could. Thank you. Are you in Augusta? I was just there last week. Checking out Carolina pottery. My second favorite place. Sims Pottery being my first place. My favorite place. What, you've seen it, you know what it's like. It's like ribbon Mecca. That's what it's like there. They have it's just like aisle after aisle of ribbon. How can that not be your favorite place? Right?
Right.
Right.
But your ribbon selection is quite good.
Well, that's because I am a avid shopper. I have to be, because I have to see what's out this week.
That's right. Have to be up to
No, it's not on Udemy. It's on Kajabi. Yep. I have thought about putting stuff on Udemy, but I haven't gotten around to doing it. All right. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Okay, so we just keep pulling it forward. Yeah, we went to Carolina Pottery last week when Johnny was here. I thought for sure Johnny was going to buy out the store, but she really did really well. She did very well. Although from what I understand, she has quite a bit. So, okay. So we just keep doing the same thing. Alrighty. Just kind of moving that so you can see what I'm doing. I have never been to the Carolina Pottery in Smithville. I have been dying to go though, just because I've been to every other one, and I'd really like to see what they have that's different. Because each store is a little different. Oh, you can't see anything at Sims yet? Yeah, I will tell you. It's an awesome place. But love my girl Alana, so Greenery Market is the bomb. Okay. As a matter of fact, I was going to, when we give y'all a list of supplies for that master class, I was going to find ones at Greenery Market that would work. Okay. Because we want you to be able to try to get the stuff when you don't have Sims and stuff like that. Do you have a big cart? Mine too. I understand. I used to do that too. We all do it. They're pretty, aren't they? I love it. My mom should like this one. She is a big pink fan. She loves pink. Big pink fan. Okay. So one trick that you need to remember with mesh is the less amount of times you touch it, the better the chances are that it will not fray. So you want to be careful how many times you mess around with your mesh. So put it in place and leave it be. Because if you keep messing with it, you're going to get it, it's going to start fraying on you. The other, and nobody asked a question, I just happen to be thinking about it. The other thing is make sure you're using a rotary cutter and that your blade is really sharp. So if it's feeling kind of dull, if you pull it out and it's dull, change it, because it makes a big difference in whether your mesh frays or not. And the little replacements are inexpensive and it's super easy to replace. So don't let that be the reason that your wreath frays, because it's a really easy thing to fix. And all I do is occasionally I'll pull it out and I'll just barely touch my finger on it. And if it doesn't feel sharp to my finger, I know it's dull. Which mine's dull right now. So, you'll be able to tell if it's dull because it's not going to feel very sharp. It feels just barely. It's just barely there. We just added UPS, so it should be a little bit less. But it should be the same. We just use the same thing everybody else does. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Ooh, itches. Look how big this is getting. Yeah.
Doing okay, Mom?
There's Papa.
Papa's here. I
It's
got
like,
number 2.
oh gosh. Okay, I will fix it when I get done. All right, so we got the bottom done.
We can leave it for her.
So we got those little splashes of the turquoise color. And that's gonna fit in really well when we put our sign on. So you see how that blue color will start pulling the blue. So the green and the pink are already predominant on this sign. So having that little extra of the blue is what's gonna pull it. I know, it's awful, isn't it?
And then I've got 2 more colors.
The shipping is horrible to international. Send me an email and let me do some research for you. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing. Oh, what am I doing? We're gonna do the same thing up top. I was getting a little ahead of myself. Alrighty. There we go. Now we can put it down. So when we put it on the top layer, the thing that I'm going to do differently is that I'm going to put one side of my curl over here and one over here so that they're kind of diagonal to each other. And I'm going to put the large ribbon down the center and the smaller ribbon to the side. So that way we still see all of the elements. So that's why we want to do that. We want to see all the elements. It's just the best way to get them so you can see it. I'll get with my guy and see what we can come up with for the shipping. Okay. So see, now you know you can use your bow maker to do this same thing. You don't have to have a bow Deborah. You don't have to have one. Come here, Sassy. You getting in the way, Sassy? Okay.
What's happening, Sassy?
She says, I don't know what's going on. I'm not home. I don't know where to sit.
Everybody left.
Yeah, everybody left. I'm always the last one here. Which is as it should be, right? Hi, Daddy. Hi. Okay. Hey, Susan. How are you? I should go back out there again. Oh, she's right there. Okay.
Yeah, she's going back and forth. She's visiting everybody.
Okay. How pretty is that rickrack? Oh my gosh, I just love it so much. So pretty. Whoops, I had my hand caught in the wrong place. When you're pulling it out of those little things, make sure you put your hands underneath or else it'll kind of start to come apart on you. The ruffle, I mean. I do pull the ruffle up and ruffle it out. But you see how we have this little spot kind of in between the ribbons where we can kind of pull our little curls out so you can see them. There we go. It is. I love rickrack. I am not sure if I will be at Wreath Makers Live yet or not. It just depends on how things go with my mother-in-law and a few other things. So, we'll just have to wait and see. Okay.
Where they live?
The Bo Dabber holds your bills. Oh my gosh, that's funny. So somebody was asking if I was going to Wreath Makers Live. And right now I'm planning on it, but it just depends on how things go with my parents and my in-laws and mother-in-law. She's been in the hospital with pneumonia. So plenty of time before now and then, but you just never know. Okay.
I've heard she's very good though.
Thank you. I'm glad you like this one. These are so much fun to make. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I would love to meet you too. That's the reason I like to go, is I just like to go and meet people that I talk to all the time. That's fun. Oh, Lordy. Hold on, y'all. She says yay because she just finished rolling the ribbon. I turned off the air. I know it's loud. It'll turn off in a second. It's industrial, so it's all open in here. So it kind of can get a little loud. But it should turn off in a second. Okay. Oh, I missed one. How did I do that? Because I walked away and came back. That's okay. We'll just get it, pick it up, and move it.
You want more? You want the rest of this?
She just finished saying yay. Yeah, I think she's done. I think she's done. She's like, no, no more. No more ribbon. Oops. I really want to put the, okay. So, like that. Looks like we will run out of the little green things one before. What am I doing? Who's that? It's Mama. Mama's back there. You want to see? There she is. She's in the back. She's here today. Okay. Alrighty. I get my signs from all different places. You can try, let's see, what is the name of that place? Smart Blonde, or is it, I think it's Smart Blonde. Condi has them. Sign Chicken has them. Gosh, you can get them anywhere. Just do a search for, what I do a search for is sublimation blanks. So that's what you need to do a search for. Sublimation blanks. This one here and this one here. There we go. So the one that we don't have the little curl on, we'll just put the bow there. So we can use this last little bit that's on the roll. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it's a family affair here. My whole family helps me. Well, my husband doesn't, but he would if I asked him to. Yeah, you can make signs with a Cricut. You sure can. We actually teach that in our design group. We sure do. Okay. So this will be the last one that has a curl. So we got pretty close. There we go. There we go. Okay. So this last one we'll just do like normal. Yeah, I cannot draw at all, and I cannot. So the Cricut is awesome for doing like text and lettering, and there's so many things you can do on the Cricut. You can do stickers, you can do, definitely you can do signs, you can do tote bags, you can do t-shirts, you can do, I'm forgetting something. Oh, screen printing. You can make screen printing templates on your Cricut or with your Cricut. Are you still numb, Holly? Holly had to get a tooth done today. Isn't that miserable? So miserable when you have to have that done. Alright, there we go. There we go. Look at our last one. So we'll put our bow right there because that's the section that has no little curl on it. So look how nice and full that is. Whew, that is a nice big wreath. See that? So the size of your wreath, it really depends a lot on the method that you use. So this method, you can't find the sign? Here, Al's going to give you a link. This method is going to make a fuller wreath. So, alright, so let's do our bow. Okay, I don't know what's the difference. I think I already had one done and I used one to show y'all how to put it together. So I have two now. Okay. Put that back here. Alright, let's get our bow going. I have both of the mesh in my shop. Yes, ma'am, I do. Alright, so let's... Okay. Alright. So let's do like 10 inches. That's plenty. Holly, can you text Debbie and say yes, she can have a larger one? Sorry. I saw a text come through. All right. So 6 inch. That's pretty much my favorite. So 6 inch. You can see how nice this ribbon is. It's that canvas ribbon. And the thicker the ribbon, the nicer. Oh, thank you. Yes, I try to keep things as low in price as possible. Okay, so you can tell quality ribbon by how thick it is. The thinner the ribbon, the less quality. The thicker the ribbon, the better quality. And of course, we like the ribbon to be wired because it just holds up better. Alright. I like to use these little marks on here because it really makes it easier to keep my loops all going the same length. Okay. That. So this ribbon is a pattern. Patterned ribbon, and I haven't showed y'all this in a while. I'm going to show you one way to do the patterned ribbon. So you just pinch it 3 inches, 10 inches. Put it in between your thumb and your finger, right in this little curve. So that is where it's kind of easiest. Thank you for stars. It's the easiest way to hold it. And I'm going to measure from the 0 to the 12. And I'm just pushing this ribbon into my hand. I am not twisting. I am not pushing it under or over. I'm just kind of sticking it in there. And then I'll go from the 12 to the one on the other side. This is why you want to have plenty of ribbon pulled out. So from the 12, there we go. Then I just push it right in my hand. Now I'm going to show you the rest on the bow maker because I'm going to show you the other way. So you can see how everything's going in the same direction. On the bow maker, it's a different process. So on the bow maker, because you have to twist to get things coming in the right direction, okay, you're going to put it on, and you see how this one is now going in the opposite direction of the one underneath it. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick it up and we're going to twist the entire piece at the center, and that is how you get it done on a bow maker. So either way you do it works. I do prefer to do it in my hand just because I feel like it's less clunky. However, if you struggle with doing it with your hands, then do it on the bow maker. Just remember to pick it up and twist the whole entire piece. And you'll be able to tell if it's upright. Okay? And we're going to finish off with this one that ties it all together. There we go. Just like that. A little bit long. There we go. I am doing the whole thing at 6 inches. One of the things when you're making a bow, make sure you have plenty of ribbon pulled out, because that's really going to make a big difference in you being able to easily work with the ribbon. If you're having to struggle with the ribbon because you don't have enough pulled out, it's very frustrating. This bow is a 2-1-2-1 bow. That just means 2 loops, 1 loop, 2 loops, 1 loop. And they're all the same, so it's not stacked, it's just all the same. Okay. I'll get out a zip tie. I like to use zip ties. You can use wire. If you're going to use wire, I suggest you use 18 gauge wire. And when you put your zip tie or your wire or whatever under, make sure you get it under all of the pieces. See how that one wanted to sneak out? And then I was pulled out, so I have just enough to get it off of the bow maker. And the reason being is because if I do need to pull something or move something, I still have the ability to do it because it's not tight yet. I like to pull my tails out front, and I'm going to put a pipe cleaner in the back to tie it on with. I especially like to make sure that these two are the same length and that they're where they're supposed to be, because once you get your bow together, that can be a frustrating thing to fix. Okay, let's run it through there. Tie it nice and tight. So I have fibromyalgia, so my hands hurt sometimes, and I have found that the zip ties really help me. And I am forever grateful for Kali for showing me that, because oh my gosh. Alright, so now we're going to break the bow. So we just twist and pull on it. I did learn that trick from Kali and I love it. The zip ties. Because I used to do wire and I used to do the pipe cleaners, and honestly it's hard to get it as tight and to get as nice a fluff, and doesn't hurt my hands. Win-win. Win-win. Alright, so I can take the zip tie off now. I just use it to give me a base to get my fluffing done. You can also fluff it on your wreath. I'll run my hands under. They're having too much fun talking out there.
Yeah, she's a beautiful little girl.
Oh, Harper, yes. So this is the one that doesn't have the little curl in it, so that's where we're going to put it. Okay, so all you have to do is you can move your mesh, okay? Like here's where you can put your hand right around the mesh and you can touch the frame. So that's where you want to put it. And you just run your pipe cleaners right under there. Okay. I just tie it on the back. Did you have a question? Okay.
In the morning.
All right. Good night. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll just take this excess and just tie it around a couple times. And then sometimes I'll kind of just refluff it when I get it on, because it can get squashed sometimes when you're placing it. All I really do is kind of pull them out and just make sure they're in place. Since I twist and pulled on it, it's actually going to stay like that. Okay, so now I can curl up my little 1.5 inch. So I just use my thumbs. I just go right in the center and then pull it out. So you just leave it kind of loose so that you have plenty of room to pull it out. Thank you.
Hey, Laura, you want me to turn off the iron?
Yes, please. So we got our bow on. See, and this bow does not overwhelm. It's just a nice addition. So when you're putting bows on, if you have a lot of mesh, it is a little bit better if you kind of don't make your bow gigantic, because then you kind of lose sight of all the prettiness. Y'all, this is why I use 12-inch ribbon. All right. So our sign, I think I'm going to put towards the center so that I can still see all this pretty mesh. Okay. So when I do this, I put it at the bottom. So I just punch a little hole at the bottom. I punch a little hole at the top. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. There's it. Hey, Angelic. I didn't see you. Okay. So I like to cut about 22 inches of this wire. It's 26 gauge wire. Okay. Okay, and then I'm just going to run the wire right through the hole. Whoop. And I will pull it all the way out and double it up. So that's why I make it a little bit longer. It just gives it a little bit more strength, because this is a thinner gauge wire and it's also easy to hide. So that's why. Hey there, Mama.
Huh?
I said, hey there, Mama.
Hey, sweetie.
All right, so now what we're going to do, and here's a really great thing to understand. If you're tying a sign on and you're having problems with it sliding down, you need to tie it up top. So tie both of them up top so that it has that gravity pulling it forward. If it is sinking into the wreath, remember, you can always go back and get a piece of mesh and put a piece of mesh under your sign. Alright, so we're going to use the Dawn tool. We're going to use our little weaving needle. Okay. Oh, thank you. And I'm just going to use this to go right through the mesh. So it's not going to hurt the mesh at all. Okay. And then I'll tie it right up here at the top. Whoop, you can't see what I'm doing. Right up here at the top. Okay. So usually when I'm doing a sign like this, I'll tie one at the top and one at the bottom, and then it keeps it suspended to where I can make sure it's going to stay in place. So that's why I do it that way. Do you have visitors? Is that what you have going on? Okay, thank you. Now you could do turquoise with this if you prefer doing like a turquoise instead of the green. You can do green and turquoise. You could do all three. What did I do with my little tool? I'll get another one out. Okay. So see, you put this on just like you would, like you're gonna, you know, sew something. It's plastic. And it's really easy just to, it just goes right down through the mesh. and you have no issues whatsoever getting it to where you need it to go. And then you can just tie it around your frame. I lost one of the little ties. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. I got it. One of the things that I really, thank you for stars, one of the things I really struggled with when I first started was signs, was putting signs on. I had a really hard time like figuring out where to put them, how to tie them on, how to get them to stay. So this is what works for me. Now, if you have a different method that works for you, stick with it. All right. I always do the shake test. And there it is. So there's our sign, beach bound with our little flamingo. And there's our bow. Ooh, that's so cute. I love that rickrack. Thank you for joining me on Designing Gals Thursday. I believe that Katie's going on a little bit later. So make sure you're watching out for her on her page, Crazy Maisie Creations. And I believe she has the Wreath of the Month. So make sure you go check that out. Don't forget to join the Facebook group. And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel. How many completed wreaths do I have at home or in my workshop at this moment?
Oh, God.
A lot. We have a lot. Although the ones that are here, they go pretty fast. But I have probably maybe about 150 in my warehouse that I had ready to do my craft fair last year, and then it got canceled, so they're still there. But they'll go to the craft fair this year. Alright, well, I hope y'all have a wonderful night, and I think I'm going to take my parents home. They're looking a little tired. And thank y'all so much for joining me. And I will see you guys on Sunday. On Sunday, we'll be doing the sunflower swag. We'll be doing the sunflower swag. Can't even get it out of my mouth. All right. Bye, y'all. Y'all have a great evening. Bye-bye.